Hey everyone, Caront here, and Happy New Year! Welcome to 2019, everyone. I am recording this about 2 hours before stream on Tuesday, May 1st. My God, January 1st. Yes, a New Year's tradition continues. I screw up the dates. Anyway, I'm recording this on New Year's Day, so maybe that's why I got May thrown into it somehow. Anyway, hi, welcome. Those of you who are watching, maybe for the first time, don't judge me on the last 2 minutes. Or minute, or however long we've been going. But anyway, a lot of you, I figure, who are going to be watching this have been watching for a long time. So I want to start by first saying thank you. I say it a lot in the videos, but I want to keep saying it because I keep meaning it. And I want to... Well, I don't want to leave that out. Because, I mean, without you guys watching, obviously, what would I be? I would just be some weird guy going, meh, 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 and everybody's just like, eh. So, yeah, thank you guys. Y'all put up with my shenanigans so much and make my shenanigans worth having. So, thank you. Hope you guys have a great 2019. I know, I mean, if you want to get meta with it, it doesn't actually mean anything. There's no such thing as a new year, technically speaking. Or you could change the definition of it wherever you start the year's revolution or blah, 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 blah. But still, we've termed it to mean something. So by golly, let's make it mean something, darn it. All right, so before I get into... I'm not really a big fan of doing resolutions, really, because that just feels set up to fail. So I want to talk some about the goals that I have for the year personally and in regards to the stream. So I want to do that. But first off, I want to talk a little bit about news. Well, news, such as you guys already know. I am going to be leaving tomorrow morning for MagFest up in National Harbor, Maryland. And I'm going to be staying in Virginia while I'm doing it because you can conveniently just go 3 miles and be in a different state. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I am flying up tomorrow, and I am going to be there for the totality of the convention all the way to Sunday when I will be flying back. And then my classes begin on Monday. Oh boy. So it's going to be busy, very busy. As such, there will be no streams after today, so, well, no streams for the next few days, I should say. No streams until next Tuesday. So I'm going to be off for the week, stream-wise. I am probably sometime tonight going to be editing the videos together to get for Wednesday and Saturday so that you guys will have stuff to watch on the YouTube side while I'm gone. So a couple more Citizens of Earth coming up. So that's kind of the gist of it. I will definitely be taking pictures. Don't you worry. And I will probably be posting them on Twitter and in Discord. I don't know if I'm really going to do much of anything else with them, but I will at least have them to post so that you guys can get a sense for the convention. I am particularly excited about going to the Runaway Guys Throne Controllers panel, which is going to be Friday from 5 to 7 p.m. I presume they'll likely be streaming it. I would expect they will be. So I don't know what the stream address would be, but you guys can certainly look it up and watch it if you'd like. I'm going to try to be a contestant, although that's not really in my power particularly. But hopefully I will get the chance to be a contestant, and hopefully I won't embarrass myself too much if I am. But I'm really looking forward to it. In fact, that's kind of the main reason I'm going up there, is because a couple of folks from the TRG community, particularly from NCS's community, are going to be up there. I'm going to meet them. I'm going to hopefully meet him. And should be a good time all around. So, yep, that is the gist of it. Let's see. As far as stream goes, we are, of course, continuing with Link's Awakening, and we will get back to it next week once I resume streaming. We're about to go into Dungeon 5 today, so I'm getting the feeling that we're getting fairly close to the end of the game. Although, if I wanted to, I could try to 100% it, but that's just onerous, so I'm not really going to do that or worry about it. But, you know, we're kind of getting toward at least the back half of the game anyway. So, from that, we will be moving on to the other 10 games of Retro Fall, which is probably going to take me another 3 months. So, it's going to be Retro Fall and Winter and Spring, probably leading up to Spring Break, to be quite honest. Oh boy. We'll see, though. Anyway, so, kind of getting things started. I guess the first thing I want to talk about in terms of goals is personal goals for 2019. And my biggest goal for last year was losing weight, because a lot of you know that I had lost a lot of weight. I had gotten into marathon running, did okay at that. I'm certainly not burning up any speed records. I'm not qualifying for Boston anytime soon, but I did all right for myself. Then I let everything go. And I did so for a variety of reasons. I mean, some people will say their excuses. I really don't know what else to tell you except I just got busier. It got easier for me to sit on my tuchus rather than get out and exercise, and my diet got worse, and so there you go. So my big goal for last year was to lose weight, and to a fair degree, I did okay on that. I lost probably in the end between 35 and 40 pounds. I haven't weighed myself in a while, so I'm not sure where I stand exactly, but I did certainly go down probably 3 or 4 inches as far as my waist size, because now I'm wearing 34s, fairly comfortably, and 36s very comfortably, so probably about 35-inch waist from a 38, 39-inch waist at the beginning of last year. So that's done really well. Body fat's doing pretty well, but my goal that I guess I want to start with is I want to continue that. I have mentioned a little bit in the past, and I kind of want to go a bit more into now, that I'll be honest, the last few months of the year I've lost a lot of motivation, and I think, I'm not entirely sure why, but I think a lot of why is because people started kind of, like, yeah, you're doing good, pat, and all the praise and everything. Oh, you look so great, you've lost so much weight, blah, 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 blah. And I get comfortable. I think I do best when I've got somebody like pushing me to do better, or when I have a goal to push myself to do better. So that's essentially what I'm setting up for myself here. Last year, the goal was the contest at my gym. Whoever lost the most weight in the first, I think, 10 weeks of the contest would end up winning a $200 cash prize. As it turns out, I didn't get even close. I lost 14 pounds in that interval, and the guy who won lost twice that. Which I hope he kept it up, because that's a scary amount of weight to lose in a short amount of time. But actually, I don't think it was 10 weeks. I think it was 6 weeks. Yeah, it was 6 weeks. That's right. Anyway, so even scarier. Anyway, so yeah, I didn't even get close to winning, but it did give me motivation to get into the gym, work out, weigh myself, all that jazz. And that, of course, I think pushed me in a positive direction for most of the year. So how then, you might ask, am I going to motivate myself for this year if there's no contest? Well, yeah. So what my goal is, what my overall goal is for 2019 is to get back to marathon running. I did that when I was in healthy, good shape, and I had 12 marathons to my credit. I've still got the medals just in case anybody wants to see them. They're all tucked away in a drawer in my living room / kitchen / whatever you want to call it. So they're there. But I've not been in marathon shape for a few years. I mean, the last marathons I ran were in 2015, and I really wasn't in that good a shape even then. So I was already kind of slipping. I want to get back to that this year. But I know that I can't do so just because if I try to do so immediately, my brain is going to go, you bleeping idiot. My body's just going to shatter into about 1 million pieces. Apparently my voice is shattering just by saying that. So what I'm going to do as far as goals is, and my aunt and uncle don't know this yet, so don't tell them. I want to tell them myself. I am going to be running the Music City Half Marathon in Nashville at I presume, the end of April. Hadn't signed up for it yet, but I'm going to, darn it, because once I put my money behind it, I'm like, yeah, let's go. And I am going to be running the Rocket City Full Marathon in Huntsville, Alabama in December. Oh boy. So what I'm going to have to do in terms of getting ready for that, I mean, are the obvious things. Diet and exercise. My diet's gotten a fair bit better over the last year, but there's still one dastardly demon that I need to slay in my diet life in order to make this happen. And that dastardly demon is ice cream. I love it too much. I've got a carton in my fridge right now. It's bad. So I'm going to have to work on that diet-wise. And there are some foods I can replace it with, kinda. I mean, I say kinda because you can't really replace the texture and the sugary smoothness and all that crap. But you can replace the sweetness, and probably the best fruit that I have found to replace it with is oranges. Oranges are really good. So that's probably going to be a focus as far as my snacks are concerned. And also, I probably need to start eating tomatoes again, or grape tomatoes, you might see them called, because those are good from a firmer, not sweet obviously, but a firmer sort of more substantive snack perspective, if you will, I guess. So I need to eat healthier snacks. That's probably my biggest problem diet-wise. And it's probably a big problem for a lot of people, so not just me. But that's my biggest problem diet-wise. And so I've got to get rid of that. It's going to be tough. I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't say I'm addicted to ice cream, but I like me sugar. And I like me smoothness. And so, okay, maybe kind of. So, yeah, this is going to be tough. But that's my big goal diet-wise. If I can get that out and get that replaced with oranges and tomatoes or what have you, aka much, much healthier, I think that'll help a lot as far as sloughing off some extra calories and getting rid of what's left of my gut. Then, of course, on the other side of things is going to be exercise. And one thing that I'm going to have to make sure to do is build myself up. Because, again, like I said, I've run marathons before, so I know basically how to go about doing it. It's just a question of doing it. And there are some plans out there. I particularly like Hal Higdon's plans as far as preparation for events and what have you. So I'm probably going to use those, especially for getting ready for the half, because although the half doesn't require nearly as much preparation or mental energy or, well, obviously physical energy as a full marathon, it's still not insignificant. So I've got to work on that as well. And preparation really is going to be key for both races, because if I prepare well, I'm going to run them well. And by the way, well, in my definition, is not going to be, at least certainly for running my first half in forever in April and my first marathon in 4 years in December. Well does not mean any time, any specific time. I know how seductive that can be. Again, having run them myself, whenever... And one thing I kind of don't like about the way that generally marathons are run is whenever you hit a mile point, you'll have somebody going, 1942, 1943, 1945, and, calling out the times. And, of course, they do that in order to help pace people. For folks going for fast times, they're like, oh, good. And for people going for, more mediocre times, they're like, yeah! But I don't like that, because then it gets in my head, and I don't like it getting in my head. So I have to not really try to pace to a time, but just to finish. And for somebody who's run 12 marathons before, saying I just want to finish a marathon is kind of... because it almost feels to some degree like I'm settling, but I'm not, because it'll be my first marathon in 4 years. I'm not used to it. I've been out of the game for a while. I've been running, but I'm not long running. And I really have to be careful, especially since I'm not exactly young anymore. Not that I was ever particularly young when I was fit anyway. I didn't start getting fit until my late 20s, but I'm older. And so that means I'm not going to be able to recover as quickly. I'm not going to be able to train as hard. I'm not going to be able to, to do all the things as well as I did them when I was in my late 20s. So I got to be careful about that too. So that's kind of the personal plans as far as fitness is concerned. That's the big thing. I have a feeling that if I'm able to get better about the fitness, and that involves the diet, that involves, when I say exercise, I didn't actually describe what exercise is. Running, obviously. I need to do more calisthenic type stuff too. Get some muscle on these here bones, rawr. Because I have no guns whatsoever. Not that I need big guns for running anyway, but just get myself in more fit shape. And I think if I get in better shape in regards to fitness, the rest of the stuff is going to help kind of follow. And as something of a corollary along with the fitness, one of the other big goals that I have for 2018. One of the goals I have for 2019 is to remember what date this is, dang it. I don't know if I can help that terribly much, but one of the goals that I have for 2019 is to get myself out there more. Because, frankly, I need friends. I've got you guys, and y'all are great, but y'all ain't flesh and blood. And And I know it's weird, I guess. I mean, because we could conceivably live our entire lives online and just kind of be. But there's nothing like actual physical human contact. And that was kind of emphasized a little bit more last night, because last night, obviously, New Year's Eve. So I go over to my friend's place. We have a good time where I'm there for probably like 3 hours or so, 4 hours or so. We had food. We hung out. We watched a couple of comedy specials. We watched Sing, because the folks that I went to, they've got a 4-year-old and he pretty much dominates Netflix for a while. And so it was a good time. So afterward, I decided I was going to go to downtown and maybe see if I could find some sort of New Year's shindig. So I do. And I get there about 11 o'clock, and I'm just kind of sitting there nursing water because I don't drink. And I'm thinking, I don't know anybody here except one of the bartenders, ironically. I didn't even realize I knew him. But I didn't know anybody there. And I wasn't sure how I was going to introduce myself to anybody, because it's kind of one of those things that you don't want to just sit here and go, hey, can I kind of push your way into a setting, because that violates all sorts of social norms. So I was sitting there going, I'm like, well, how am I going to do this? So I go to the restroom, and I come back out, and there's this group sitting there playing Scrabble in the dark, mostly. So I'm just kind of like, wait, Scrabble? And it actually turned into something nice, because they invited me to play with them, and so I did, and we didn't keep score because it was too dark, and we just weren't really interested in it anyway. But I ended up actually ringing in the new year with said group. They dispersed, they went their separate ways shortly thereafter, and so I didn't get like contact information from any of them or anything like that, but it was still fun. It was fun having people to hang out with, socialize with, people on my sort of social level, if you will. After I got home, I stopped by Walmart, picked up a couple of things. Walmart was open on New Year's, over New Year's, God bless them. I felt lonely because, like, I've got 2 friends in the world. One of them lives 3.5 hours away from me. The other one was the one whose house I went to last night. But we don't see each other all that often. They've got a 4-year-old. They can't really do much of anything in terms of socializing. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm obviously, doing something like this, doing streaming and Let's Playing, which I'm sort of stepping away from, of course, to some degree is something of a, I don't know, quasi-antisocial activity. Because, yeah, I've got you guys, but it's me by my physical self in a room with a really bright light up there that's kind of what pales me out a little bit. And that's it. I mean, I don't co-com with anybody. I don't have any friends to co-op with. That's it. And I just, like, I'm getting too old for that. And not for the gaming and stuff. I don't think I'll ever get too old for that. But it's just, like, I don't want to be alone anymore, And I say that on a couple of levels. I say it on a friend level, and I say it on a partner level. Because, like, I don't have very many friends, and I've never had a partner. So, and one thing that kind of stinks about making something like this as a goal for a year is that sort of thing can't really be made. I mean, there is something to it, because part of the issue is I work all the time. Whenever my schedule gets really going, I teach on Monday and Wednesday mornings, and I tutor all Monday and Wednesday night. I tutor Tuesday and Thursday mornings, and then I stream Tuesday night, and then I work Thursday night, and then I work Friday night, and I work Saturday night, and I work Sunday. So there's just not much time is part of the problem. But that being said, I think I still need to make time for it. And I have no idea where I'm going to make that time. Maybe Sunday evenings, I don't know, or Friday or Saturday nights when I get off work. Maybe I can just go by downtown and kind of hang out for an hour or so and try to meet people. I don't know. That's the thing. And I know the quick answer for that would be, well, go find a group that does what you like doing, like games or does dramas or stuff like that. Yeah, true. But the funny thing is those groups tend to meet on like maybe Tuesday nights or Thursday nights or Friday nights or Wednesday nights. And I'm working and working and working and working. So part of it's my work schedule too. My work schedule is not normal. And that's kept me from being able to socialize. So I've got to work on that, I guess, too. But ultimately, really, I need to meet more people. I need more human contact in my life, I think. And maybe this is me just in a weak moment, like, oh, I'm lonely, blah, blah, blah. But, I don't know, I mean, it's just, I'm just, like I said, I'm just tired of being lonely, And that's especially true from the partner perspective, and that's the one that really aches the most. Because, like I said, I've never had a partner in any capacity. Like, y'all be alarmed how little I've done in that vein. And I feel like now I'm at the age where that really works against me, because anybody that I would be conceivably interested in, I feel would be put off by that deeply. Because at my age, I'm supposed to have experience. Define that how you will. And I don't. Not any of it. So, I don't know. It's kind of a hard think as to how I would deal with that too. And again, I can't force that either. It's something I've got to kind of let happen. And I've got to admit, I'm bad at that. I'm bad at letting things happen. I'm a planner. I've got to have things set out. For instance, like I said, going to MagFest tomorrow, I've had everything planned out for like 4 months. I think I bought my plane tickets and got the hotel reserved and everything in September. I've got to have things. I hate letting things happen. I have to feel like I have to make things happen. And when it comes to making friends and particularly relationship stuff, that doesn't work. It really, really doesn't work. Unless you're with, already with somebody and then you're making plans to do stuff, then yeah, but I don't know. It's just, maybe going to MagFest will help with that. I don't know. It's going to be like halfway across the country, so one's expectations for that should be limited, but still, it's I don't know. I think part of it also is living where I do, which is in Alabama. Woohoo! There's not much of a crowd that does what I do, and certainly not at my age. I'm an old fart when it comes to YouTube and Twitch and social media and all that stuff. Doesn't mean I can't do it and can't do it well. I know Let's Players and streamers who are older than I am. Tim's probably the best example I can think of. H.C. Bailey's older than me, I think. And you've got social media folks who are way older than I am, like Donald Trump, but I don't want to be compared to him. Anyway, so, it's possible, it's doable, but I don't know. I'm an old fart, so I guess really the biggest thing with that is I wouldn't really say I can't let my age define me, because it does. I didn't get these gray hairs just by, breathing funny, although since I've been graying for 20 years, I kind of tend to think so. I guess I just can't let it stop me, I suppose. And what that means, I don't know. But that's just the best way I can think to phrase it. And, oh my God, I've been going 24 minutes. Ugh, wow. I didn't think I'd be going so long. My goodness. So, well, I'll tell you what. I was thinking about just doing this as one big blog video or vlog. But I think I might. Let's see. Let me think. Are there any other personal goals? I think the rest of the goals that I have are more stream related. So what I think I might do is I might just split this up and stop it here and have this as being my first vlog of 2019 with my personal goals. And then record another vlog, maybe after I get back from MagFest, or maybe I'll just record it on the back of this and just have it be 2 separate videos. And have that as my goals for the stream, because I have separate goals for the streams and for what's left of my Let's Plays that I want to talk about. And I want to get into some length about, because there's some things that worked well this past year that I want to talk about, and some things that maybe didn't work so well that I want to chat about. So I think I may just do that. Just split it up, because I want to not make this super long. I can't believe it's been almost a half hour already. So, yeah, I'll stop it here. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for listening to all my inane ramblings about yak, 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 yak. And next vlog is going to be about my goals for the stream for this year. And for Let's Plays, too. Because I'm still going to be doing those, at least for now. But once Citizens of Earth finishes, then adios to Let's Plays for the time being, until I can get my schedule halfway straight. So anyway, thank you guys for joining me. Appreciate it as always. I hope you guys have a great 2019. Actually, another personal goal I just thought about. Get a better job. Or try my darndest to get a better job, so that this 65-hour-a-week, work every weekend unless I take time off, work myself to exhaustion bit doesn't continue on forever. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me. Appreciate it. Have a great 2019. Have a better 2019 than I'm going to, darn it. Because if I'm setting my goals high, you should set yours higher. Anyway, I'll see y'all later.